Hello children. Good morning ma'am. Children, today we are going to learn about water. நீரின் ஜமையாதுலகெனின் யார் யார்க்கும் வானின் ஜமையாதொழுக்கு. Tirukkural says if it be said that the duties of life cannot be discharged by any person without water, so without rain there cannot be the flowing of water. We cannot survive without water. Water was once available in the nature freely. Now it is sold in the shops for money. Water has become scarce nowadays. So we should save water for our future generation. Rain is the major source of water. It fills the seas, rivers and lakes. Water covers more than 2/3 of the earth's surface. It also exists as snow and ice on mountains. In the atmosphere, water is present in huge quantities as vapor and clouds. Let us discuss in detail about the sources of water.
Rain is the main source of water on the earth. The other sources of water are river water and lake water, sea water, well water, spring water and groundwater. River and lake water. When rain comes, the fresh water flows through the river. The origin of river is usually hills and mountains. It flows towards the lake. We call it as lake water. Children, do you know what is lake? It is an area that filled with water. Man-made lakes created when dam is built on a river. We call it as reservoir. Rivers, streams, groundwater, rainfall, melting snows or a combination of these are the sources of water in lakes. Water which is available in the lake is suitable for irrigation and drinking also. Sea water. Water which is available in sea is called sea water. Sea water is also called saline water. It has the salinity approximately 3.5%. This means that every 1000 ml of seawater contains 35 grams of salt dissolved in it. It is nothing but sodium chloride, NaCl. Due to the presence of more amount of salt in it, seawater is not suitable for drinking as well as irrigation. Well water. When we dug deeply in the earth's surface, water reservoirs are found above the rocks. We call it as well water. The depth of the well varies from place to place. Well water contains soluble impurities depending on the nature of the soil in that particular area. Underground water. When rain comes, some part of the rainwater gets absorbed in the soil and then it flows through the various layers of the soil till it reaches the hard rocks. There it gets accumulated to form reservoir. This reservoir of water is called underground water. It is free from suspended impurities. This may contain soluble salts of calcium and magnesium. Human beings use this underground water either as well water or as spring water. Spring water, we call it as waterfalls. Children, do you know the formation of spring water? Sometimes accumulated underground water applies pressure on the rocks and comes out of the earth's surface in the form of a spring from any available opening. This is called spring water. Spring water is free from suspended impurities. It usually contains dissolved salts and minerals in it.
Jolly, jolly. It's raining, Grandma. I'm going to enjoy today. Shiva, come here. You should not play in the rain. You will get cold. Sure, Grandma. I have a doubt. How it rains? Can you explain me, Grandma? Sure, my dear. In nature, water keeps on changing its state. How, Grandma?
Our next topic is water cycle. Children, do you know what is water cycle? It is a continuous movement of water from the earth to the atmosphere. It will returns back to the earth is called water cycle. It is also called as hydrological cycle. Water cycle consists of 4 stages. They are evaporation, condensation, precipitation, flowing back to oceans. These 4 stages repeatedly occurs in the process of water cycle. First we'll see about evaporation. It is a process by which water is changed into water vapor by the heat of the sunlight. It takes place on the surfaces of oceans, rivers, lakes, and ponds. Plants also release water by transpiration. Next, condensation. Water vapor will convert into water on cooling. This process is called condensation. Water vapor in the atmosphere being lighter or it gets rises up and gets cooled down. It further condenses to form tiny water droplets. Next, precipitation. The more tiny water droplets join together to form like black rain clouds. As they get cooler, the droplets become bigger and heavier and finally fall as rain. If the air is very cold, water falling from the sky becomes snow or hailstones. Hailstones are nothing but balls of ice. Flowing back to oceans, rainwater forms streams and springs which join together to form rivers. Finally, rivers flow into the sea and oceans. Thereby, water cycle process is completed. This process helps to control the Earth's atmosphere and also recycle the Earth's supply of water constantly. Children, I hope you all have understood the topic sources of water and water cycle process. Thank you, children.